All of you, welcome back to your first ever Solana ICO DApp project, which allows the user to buy your Solana token. So if you have launched your token and you want to distribute to the user, then this project is for you. You can simply launch and you can allow the user to buy right from your tab. So let me give you a complete walkthrough that what are the feature and functionality we have included for the admin as well as the user, how you can able to control the smart contract and fund the smart contract so the user can purchase your token. So when the user will come back to your application, this is what exactly they will see. We have this stunning interface with all the details about the project which you need to provide for better investment and getting the trust of the user. So we have highlighted all the section where we are providing all the details about the project. You can simply provide the details about your project based on the token which you are selling. So the very first section we have is our header section. We have the logo. You can simply customize it or you can change the name. We have the navigation section. You can go back to the different section into our application by clicking on this menus. We have the wallet, so you can simply click here and you can able to copy, change or disconnect very easily. You can click here and you can simply connect with the Phantom wallet. So that's the first section. The next section we have is our hero section where we are selling our token. So on the left hand side, we have the details about the pre-sale which is going on. We are providing some major detail that currently we are on the stage 1. So we are providing the details about our project, that what are the features they will get if they will invest in our project. So limited pre-sales, exclusive benefits, sell price and referral program. So you can highlight based on your requirement that what exactly you want to provide with your project. The next section we have is our sell component where we are allowing user to simply give the quantity and they can purchase the token. So currently you will find that we have this current price. So this price in the dollar and we have the next stage price which is in the dollar. Currently the sell is going on. So we have sold more than 36% of the token. This is the remaining token is left in the contract. This is the worth of token we have sold in dollar and this is the active progress bar we have. So if user wants to purchase our token which is the CK, they have to pay this much money for one token. You can set any price for your token. Currently, this is the available balance I have in my wallet, which is the SOL. And from here, you have to give the quantity. So for example, I want to buy, let's say 100. So this much money I have to pay. And when the user will purchase, this fund will go straight away to the admin. So if you deploy the contract, you're going to receive the fund in your wallet address. They can click here. The next section we have is this ICO details. So you can simply click here and here you will have the pop-up model. So you can able to see your wallet address, your balance and the available token you have in your wallet. This is the active progress bar. This is the supply details. The total supply is this much. We have sold this much token. This is the price and this is the token is available in our project. So if you want to buy, let's say 100 token, I can buy it or I can simply do the deposit because I'm connected with the admin. I have used this particular account for deploying the contract. So I will get this particular option, which is only visible to the admin. So I can deposit more token into the contract so the user can buy without having any trouble. So close this one. That's the hero section. The next section we have is the partner section. So you can simply highlight all the partners which you have collaborated. So you can simply provide, and we have this nice over effect. We have it. The next one we have is the about us section. So here you have to explain in details about the project, that what this project is about, how much token you have initialized, what is the distribution model you are following, what are the features the user will get if they will take your project. So this is very important information which you have to provide, and that's all we have given. Beautiful. The next one we have is the roadmap, and this one is a very important section. We have to highlight that what is the roadmap of your project, why the user should trust, why should they invest, provide the detailed information about your project. Perfect. The next section we have is the tokenomic, means here you have to provide the brief detail about the project and about the distribution which you have done for your tokens. We have given all the details like name, symbol, supply, type, initial price, listing price, soft cap, hard cap. You can able to highlight that what are the allocation you have allotted. So pre-sales, liquidity, development, marketing, team, ecosystem, what are the utility user will get. So you are launching this pre-sale. After that, what are the utilities you're going to provide? Like you're going to have a reward system, governance, exclusive access, free discount. So these are the things comes later when your project grows. So that's the tokenomic details which you have to provide. The next one we have is the real-time distribution, which you have highlighted in the scheduled time, that when it's going to be happen and how you are planning to launch your project. That's all there. The next one we have is the roadmap. So you can able to highlight all the details about the roadmap. Like this is the first page. Now you are in the second phase. That's how you can simply activate based on the phases you goes on. That's all we have here. The next one we have is the details about that why the user will trust it. What are the features you want to provide them and what are the benefits they will get. So we have the type system where we are providing all the details about the project. More information you provide to your investor, it would be better for you. So here we have that, and we have this footer section. So let's click here and it will take us back on top. Now let me show you how the user can purchase. So right now you can see that I'm connected with the admin account. So if I come back here and I have given this 100 quantity, but you can pick any quantity which you want to purchase. For example, I want to buy 35 token. This much money I have to pay. So all I have to do is to simply click on this buy now, and it's going to initialize that, and it's going to open the Phantom wallet, and I have to confirm the transaction. So let's click on this and let me give the and hit enter. And all I have to do is to simply confirm it. You can see I'm taking this much token and this much money I'm paying for the transaction cost. So all I have to do is to simply click on confirm, and the transaction is in the process. Once the transaction will complete, you will get the confirmation. So we have successfully bought the token. Click on this and you can see it's went down and it's went up. So this is how you can buy, or anybody can buy. Now, if you click on this ICO details, here you will have the details about the project. You are connected with the admin, that's why you're getting this particular option, but this option is hidden for the user. So if I want to buy, I can buy one more time. Like if I want to buy, let's say 35 token, or I want to buy 45 token, I can simply click on this buy and it's going to make a call, and I have to simply confirm the transaction. So let's click on this, confirm the transaction, and I'm buying the token. And finally the transaction is completed, and this went down and this went up. If I want to deposit token into the ICO contract, because this one is very important. So if you want to deposit more token into the contract so the user can purchase, you can simply do that. For example, I want to deposit, let's say 100 token, and I can click on this deposit token. If I do that, it's going to simply transfer the token from my wallet address to the ICO contract. You can see we are transferring from our address to the ICO contract, and just wait, and soon the transaction will complete and we have deposited. It went up. So that's how you can deposit the token into the ICO contract as an admin. So I hope you have understood that what are the features we have included. Now let me show you and make the transaction with the user point of view. So I'll simply come back here and I'm going to simply change my account to account 2, and I'm going to give you a reload. So I'm connected with a different account. You can see I have this much fund, which is enough to do the testing. If I click on this ICO detail, I can able to have the details about the contract, but currently I don't have that particular option called deposit. You can see the button is only visible to the admin. 5 token, I can see that how much money I'm going to pay. This is the expected amount, like token 5, this much money for the token, and this is the estimated gas fee which you have to pay for making the transaction. It can go up and could go little down. If you want to purchase as a user, you can simply make it. Right now I have 21. Click on this buy token. It's going to make a call to our Phantom wallet. I can simply purchase. So click here and I have to simply confirm, and I have bought the token. So here the transaction is processing and we have bought it, and it's went up to 26. That's how you can buy it. You can also buy it right from here. For example, I want to buy 50 token and I have to pay this much money, and this fund will go straight away to the account number 1, which is the admin. Click on this buy and you will see the fund will go down. Here it's coming. Click on this. We are paying this much fund. Click on this confirm, and the transaction is in the process. The moment I will click here, you will see the fund went to 0 because we have transferred the fund to the admin and we received the token. So if you click here, you can see you have received 50 token. So every single thing is working absolutely fine. This is absolutely ready to launch project, which you can simply launch it and start selling your token. It's look absolutely perfect. This is how it's going to look. You can see we have a stunning design. We have the logo. You can simply customize it. Click here. It's going to have a drop down. You can have this one for the wallet. You can see we are providing all the details. Here we have this progress bar. You can simply buy if you want, but I don't have much funds, so I'll simply buy 5 token. Click here and it's going to make a call to our Phantom wallet, and we have to simply confirm the transaction and confirm, and the transaction is going to be completed and we have bought the token. You can click here. You can able to find the details about the project. It's very much responsive and looks stunning. So if you come back here you will have all the details about the partner which you want to provide. So you can simply provide the detail. User can click and they can redirect to the partner section. Here we have the about section where we are displaying the details about the token, the supply, price, everything. Single thing is highlighted here, which you can simply customize and change based on your project. So I hope you have understood that what exactly coming up. It's really powerful and very responsive. So we have this different tab systems which user can do and open it up. Perfect. They can click and they can go on top. So this is what exactly we're going to develop. I hope you have understood that what are the features we are providing to our user and how they're going to buy our token on Solana blockchains. Now let me give you a complete walkthrough about the folder and file structure and the smart contract we have coded. So if you want to do a little bit modification from your end for your token, you can do that very easily. So to get the starter file and all the assets for this particular project, you can simply come back here, open a new tab and come type blockchain coder. So here you will find all the resources about the project which you need. Make sure to check all the project we have. Then you will find all the details. So simply come back here, go back to the source code section. Here you will find all the project we have built on our channel. So build at least 5 projects to learn blockchain development. So to get the asset for this particular project, you can simply click here, go back to recent, and here you will find the project asset. So click on this get now. You will come back here, click on this get starter file, and you will be redirected to the GitHub. Here you will find all the folder and file structure which we have used, all the technology, all the information is given. So you can simply explore and make sure to clone this repository because we're going to simply clone it and we can start building on the project. So make sure to go through this and try to understand that what structure we are following. Come back to the blockchain coder, and now I will show you that if you take the final source code, then how you have to do the setup. Once you will download the final source code, you will get this zip file. Make sure to extract this file and you will get this folder in which you will have the complete source code of the project, including the smart contract. So this is the folder you have to open in your VS Code. So click on this VS Code and I will click on this open, go back to my desktop, and here I have this folder which I'm going to simply drag and drop here and click on cancel. Now let me give you a complete walkthrough of the folder and file structure we have designed, including the smart contract for this particular feature. So the very first section we have in the project is the component, in which you will find all the component we have coded in this particular project. So the very first section is the about. So if you want to make any changes in the about component, you can simply come back here. You can able to find the icons, so you can easily able to customize every single thing in this particular project. For example, if you want to change the title or description, you can do that. You can simply go into the section where you want to do the changes and you can simply change based on your token. So this is our about us section. Simply close this one. The next one we have is the admin. Here we have all the code we have coded for the admin section. So every single thing is dynamic. Don't need to make any changes. Just keep it as it is. Close this one. The next one we have is the feature. So this is all the code we have written for the feature section. If you want to do the changes in the description and the title, you can do that very easily. Close this one. We have the footer. Here we have all the menu and the sub menu which we have created for the footer section. Just keep it as it is. Close this one. The next one we have is the hero section, which is the main component where we are adding all the functionalities so the user can simply purchase. So you don't need to make any changes. Every single thing is dynamic. I'll tell you what are the changes you have to do. So simply close this one. Then we have this index file. We are simply importing all the component and we are exporting it from here so we can utilize it in other component and the pages. Close this one. The next one we have is the nav bar. So this is our header section. You don't need to do anything. If you want to change in the title and the menu, you can simply customize that. Just click this. Then we have the partner section. So we are providing multiple details. If you want to change the name and description for the partners, you can simply customize from here. Close this one. The next one we have is the process. There you will find that all the detail we have provided about the processes, that how the project is going to be taken. So you can simply have a look. The next one we have is the roadmap. So here we have the roadmap component, which you can see. You don't need to make any changes. And the last one we have is the token component, where we are providing all the details about our token. So you can simply customize based on your requirement. You can simply change the text. So this is the entire component section we have in our project. So simply close this one. You don't need to make any changes in this component in the logic part. The next one we have is the contract, and this one is very important. You have to understand that how we have to simply deploy this contract and what are the things you have to update in the contract before you actually deploy to the mainnet or the devnet. So here you will find that this is the complete contract we have written for this ICO feature, including all the important features which you will find in most of the ICO projects. So we have written huge line of contract. The first change you have to do in this particular contract, that here you have to put your token address. There are two different models we have at the moment on Solana. One is the latest model and the other one is the old model. So we are using the latest model for creating the token. So make sure to watch this particular video in which I have explained that how you can create a token if you don't have your token. So make sure to watch it, in which we have followed the latest model. So latest model will work absolutely fine. So you have to provide your token address here. That's the first change. The second change you have to do is to decide that how much price you want to set for your token. So currently I'm setting my price is to 0.001 Sol, but you can set any price. That's what you have to define here. The next is the decimal. So currently we are focusing on the 9 decimal point token because 9 decimal is the most common token you will find on the Solana project. So that's what we are focusing. So you don't need to make any changes here because we are focusing on the 9 decimal point. So only these two changes you have to do. Your token address, and you have to set your desired price, and we're going to deploy our contract using Solana Playground. So when we'll compile the contract, it's going to be generated automatically. So we'll get your own address of this particular contract, which I will show you. So this is the huge contract. You don't need to make any changes. All you have to do is to simply give the address of the token and set the price. That's the only thing you have to do at the moment. Got it? Now close this one. The next one we have is the idle file, in which we have the complete ABI of our smart contract. So I will show you that how you can get your own when you will deploy the contract. We're going to simply generate that. Close this one. The next one we have is this pages, in which we have this 2-page app.js, which is the starting point of our application, in which we have done all the configuration for our wallet and connection. So that's all we have here. You don't need to make any changes. Just keep it as it is. Close this one. The next one we have is this index.js. Here you will find that this is our home page, where we are calling all the component and building all the logic for our application. So currently you can see we are getting our contract address from our environment variable, token address from our environment variable. Just keep it as it is. All the changes you have to do in the environment variable. So this is the function we have for check, fetch, we have the create, we have the deposit, we have the buy, and we have the fetch information. And this is the rest of the component we have created. So if you want to hide any one of the component, you can simply hide it and it will be hidden. It will not display in the front end. But I want to display all of this component. So this is our home page. Close this one. Come back here, go back to the public, in which you will find that we have the icon. So you can simply keep the name as it is and you can change the icon. We have the Solana, just keep it as it is. And here we have the logo for the blockchain coder. And this is the partner. Don't need to do anything, just keep it as it is. Close this one, close this one. The next one we have is the style. So we are using Tailwind CSS in our project. So that's why you can see it's empty. We are simply using the model and we are using straight away. Close this one. Now comes the most important part, which is the environment variable. So click here and you will find that these are the information which you have to provide. So once you will deploy your contract, the ICO contract, you have to provide the address of your program. You have to provide the address of the token which you want to sell, which you have set in the contract. And here you have to provide the details. So this is the name of my token. This is the symbol and this is the initial supply. So whatever supply you have created for your token, make sure to provide that. So here we have the dollar price, current price, and here we have the next dollar price. And this is the sole price of our token. So whatever price you have set in the smart contract, make sure to give exactly the same one. And we are deploying to the Solana blockchain. So that's why this is the currency and this is the blockchain. And here you have to set the minimum balance. So I have set the minimum balance. So user need to have at least this much fund for making the transaction, because they have to pay the cost. They have to pay the cost for the transaction as well as the token. So they have to have at least this much fund. So you can change this or this. This one, just keep it as it is. This is the only place where you have to do the changes. Close the environment variable. Now come back to the code setup. So this is the video which I'm recording. That's what I'm going to attach here. So you can simply watch this video till then to understand that how you have to customize and deploy the contract and how you have to do the setup and how you can make it live on Hostinger. So this is the timestamp which I have given. Right now, Hostinger giving you 75% discount. So that's where I'm going to deploy the contract. And if you have any question regarding the project source code, you can simply shoot an email here, provide all of these details so I can tell you what wrong you are doing. So this is the basic thing, code setup. Close this one. And we have this Next.js config file. Just keep it as it is. This is the package.json. Just keep it as it is. And here we have the package.json file. Here you will find that we are using the most latest packages and every single thing is well optimized and it will work absolutely fine. So close this one. Then we have the post CSS. Don't need to do anything here. We have this readme file where I have given all the information regarding the packages and the information about the project setup. So you can easily able to have a look. If you follow this video till then, everything will be working fine. So close this one. And we have this Tailwind configuration. So you don't need to do anything in here. This is the custom classes we have written for the animation and the glowing effect. So this is the complete folder and file structure we have for this particular project. The very first thing you have to do is to come back to the environment variable. Get your program ID and you have to get your token address. So this is the two things which you have to provide. So come back here in the contract and I'm going to open the contract and I'm going to use the same token because I already have my token. If you don't have a token, you can come back here to the blockchain coder. You can go back to the recent project. You can watch this video in which I have explained how you can create your token using the latest model, or you can also watch this advanced project where you will have multiple authority and you can simply set more authority to the token. So make sure you can use either this one or this one for creating your token. And that's the address you have to provide here. So I believe that you have your token. So give that and I'm going to set the same token price. So all I have to do is to simply select the entire contract and I have to copy. You have to type Solana playground ID. And this is the official Solana playground. If someone's tell you to use this different Solana playground, you should not use that. If you connect with a different Solana playground, they might steal your funds. So you should always search on Google and you will find the official Solana playground. So click here and it will have this particular dashboard. You can see it's opening my Phantom wallet. So I'll simply give my password. And here I've given my password and I'm going to connect with my account too. but I'm going to use my account 1. So I'll simply come back here and I will switch back to account 1 because this is the admin and it has fund. You can see it has fund, so I can deploy my contract. Got it? I have to give a reload because I have changed my account. So I have to simply give a reload and click on connect one more time. So make sure you should have enough fun in your wallet because this is the custom contract and it will take a little more fun for deploying because we are building all the feature our own. We are not using any external library. So make sure you should have enough fun. Now come back to the project. So click here and you have to create a project. So I'll say Solana ICO and we are using Anchor framework. So click on this Anchor and click on create. And here you have got the project ready. Now all you have to do is to come back here, simply select the entire contract and copy, and that's what you have to paste here. Simply remove and paste here. So we have successfully saved our contract. Now come back here and we have to simply run the build command. The moment you will run the build command, this particular address will get updated. So click on this build and you will find that the address got changed and it's running the build command. If you have any problem in the contract, it's going to throw right up here that this is the problem you have in the contract. It will take a little bit time, so just wait. Currently, I'm deploying on the Devnet because obviously I'm not going to deploy on the mainnet. But the process is exactly the same. Finally, you can see our contract got compiled successfully and we have run the build command successfully. And now all you have to do is to simply deploy the contract. So click on this deploy and here it will initialize. It will open the Phantom wallet and have to simply confirm the transaction. So we are paying the money, click on confirm and the transaction is in the process. Here you will find the transaction is happening. Once the transaction will complete, it's going to ask you for one more transaction. And finally, we have to confirm one more time. And here we are done with the first transaction and we have deployed our contract successfully. You can able to find all the details about the contract we have deployed. You can see the signature, result, timestamp, the confirmation. That's all the details you will find. You can see this is the account we have used and this account is the admin. So whenever the user will make the transaction, we're going to receive the fund in this particular wallet address, which I have used for deploying the contract. Now we got our contract deployed successfully. Now, first thing you have to do is to simply copy this or you can copy from here. And that's what we have to update. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here. I'll copy this entire contract because I haven't changed anything. The only change happened in the address. So I'll simply select all, remove and paste here, the one which I have deployed. And I want you to do the same thing. So once the contract is deployed, you have to simply copy and that's what you have to paste. Now what I will do, I'll come back here. I'll simply copy my address, come back here, go back to the environment variable. And that's what I have to update here. That's the first thing. And I'm going to use the same token because I have the same token right up here. Perfect. So you got this and I have got the details. Make sure you have to provide your details. And that's the only thing you have to do. Simply close this one, close this one. Now you have to get your idle file, the AB of your contract. So you can come back here. You can click on this idle and click on this export. The moment you will click, it's going to simply download that. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here and I'm going to simply minimize this one and I have this one. So I'll simply click here, go back to my download section and here I have the idle file. So I'll simply drag and drop here. So make sure you have to do the same thing. You have to drag and drop your latest idle file which you have generated. Now you can simply save it. And here we have done the save. Now close this one, close this one. And that's the only setup you have to do. I hope you have understood that first you have to deploy the contract and update all the information in the environment variable and you have to get your idle file. Now you are ready to launch your application. So first thing we have to do is to open up our terminal and you can see I'm using the latest node version. There is no problem in that. If I show you my npm version, it's absolutely fine. Now all I have to do is to simply install the package. And it's going to simply install all the packages which we have. Going to install all the packages which we have and we are using very light packages. These packages are very light and very popular and very much stable. So no matter like after how many years you are building this particular project, it will work absolutely fine. So we are done with the installation. These are a couple of warnings you are getting. Simply ignore that. It's not that important because we are focusing on the stability and we are using the combination of old version with the new version. So this is absolutely fine. Now all you have to do is to simply clear up your terminal. Now let's close this one and start the applications. Type npm run dev, hit enter and it's going to start the application on localhost 3000. So all you have to do is to simply copy this one, close this one and not close, it's a minimize. So when you will click here, it's going to minimize it because if you're going to close it, like delete this, the application will stop. So you have to start one more time. Type npm run dev. And here we have started the application one more time. So close this one, open up a tab, close this one because we don't need this. We don't need this. Open a new tab and hit enter. And here you will find that our application is working fine in our local environment. Every single thing is good. Right now you can see all the details. It's empty. Right now you cannot able to make the transaction. You will find every single thing is working fine. So you can come back here and here you will find an option that your contract is not initialized. You can see we are getting this one. ICO need to be initialized. So when you will deploy your contract, you have to initialize the contract and you have to provide some token into the contract. Then the user can start purchasing the token. So to initialize, all you have to do is to simply click on this ICO detail and you will have this particular feature. You can see your wallet address and this is the fund you have and this is much token you have in your wallet address. So currently I'm connected with the admin account. Before you make online, you have to initialize your contract. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply give the initial supply. Let's say I'll give 5,000 token as the initial supplies because I have enough supply in my token. So I'll click on this initialize and here it's processing. I have to simply confirm the transaction. You can see I'm passing this much token to my ICO contract. So it's going to be initialized. So click on this confirm and the transaction is processes. Once the transaction will complete, you will get the success message. Click on this confirm. And finally, the contract is initialized. You can able to see the fund is there. If you want to give more supply, you can do that. For example, if I want to give 100 more, I can click on this deposit. But first you have to do the initial supply. You have to start the contract by giving the initial supply. Click on this confirm and here we got this one. Now the user can start making purchase. For example, after doing the initial supply, you can simply give a reload and you can start making the purchase. So for example, I want to buy, let's say 100 token. I'm paying this much fund. I'm connected with the admin. So this fund will come back to my own wallet. So click on this buy and here the transaction is in the process. You can see we got the pop-up model. We are buying 100 token. Click on this confirm and the transaction is in the process. Once the transaction will complete, you will find the token in your wallet. So click on this confirm and here you will find the progress bar went up and we have sold $1 of token. Currently available supply is 5,000 because we had 5,100. This much percent of token we have sold. User can also buy from right up here. If I want to buy 100 more, I can click here and I can make the purchase very easily. So let's click on this confirm and here I'm buying the token and the transaction is processing. So finally we have bought the token. It went up to 3%. 200 token. In the same way, user can simply come and I can go back to the account number 2. You can see that I have enough token. I have enough funds, in my wallet address and I'm connected with the account number 2. Perfect. Now I can easily able to buy it. So let's give a reload because whenever you change your account, you have to reload. So the state will change. So for example, I want to buy, let's say 100 token. I have to pay this much fund. So it will become 2. So click on this buy now and the transaction is processing. All I have to do is to simply click on this confirm. And when the transaction will complete, you will have the token right in your wallet address. So now if I click on this ICO detail, you will see it's went up to 181. Earlier it's worth 81. So every single thing is working fine. I hope you have understood that how everything is coming together. We have built this powerful application which looks absolutely stunning and it will allow you to sell your cryptocurrency. This looks stunning. So that's how this ICO project will work. I hope you have understood that what are the things we have included in the smart contract and what are the setup you have to do in the project. Now let me show you how you can deploy this application to hostingers. So it will be online and user can start visiting your application and they can start buying your token. So this is first you have to do. You have to initialize the contract in the local environment. After that, you have to simply put online. So what I will do, I'll simply going to minimize this one. Come back here in my code editor and I'm going to simply open it up. And I have to do a few things right up here. So come back here in our package.json file and here we have to simply add one command. So we're going to follow a static model. So we'll generate the static file and that's what we're going to deploy to our hostinger. So come back here and we're going to give this particular command and we'll type next export. This is what you have to type. Obviously, this will be given in the final source code, but I just want to show you that's why I've removed it. So this is the one command which you have to execute. So close this one, open up your terminal, stop the application from running, clear up our terminal. And now you have to do one thing. Type npm run build and hit enter. And it's going to compile our entire project and generate the static file. So that's file we have to upload to our hosting provider. So you can see it's initialized. We have compressed the entire static file and every single thing is looking absolutely perfect. So once you will compile it successfully, you will get this particular out folder will be generated automatically. So let's close this one. Close this one and we got this out folder, and this is the folder we have to upload, not the folder, whatever code we have inside the folder, this is what we have to upload. So what I will do, I'll simply close this one. Now let me show you how you can deploy this application online so other can start using your project. So you can come back to the readme file, and there you will find all the details I have provided, that which hosting provider you have to use. So you can use Hostinger, which is really powerful, and they have incredible support. They have backup system, and currently they are offering more than 55% discount. So you can simply copy this one, and you can simply copy, come back here, click on this, paste this URL, and when you will use this particular URL, you will get 50 to 70% discount on your first purchase. So from here, you can able to read about this particular hosting provider. It's really powerful, and they have an incredible support and backup system. So currently they are offering in a very cheap price. I'm from India, but no matter which part of the world you are, you will get a 75% discount in all the services which they are providing. So if you come back here, you can able to compare that which package you want to take. So if you are starting up with a small project, you can pick this one, but I would highly encourage you to take the premium one, which is very much affordable, and you can easily able to have a lot of feature in that. So you can see what you will get in the premium. You can pick any one. Starter, for this one is for single website, and this one is for multiple website, in which you will have a lot of extra feature. So you will have up to 10 website you can host, manage hosting, like monthly visitor, storage. That's all you will find. You will also get a free domain in the premium plan, which you can use it. You will have a dedicated IPFS. If you want to use WordPress management, you can do that. If you can see the AI hosting builder, you will get that. You will have the security modules. You will have the support. So they will give you incredible support. Like all the project which I have built, the support is absolutely incredible. What are the other things you will get? You can simply compare your plan. So you can pick either single if you are going with this particular project, or you can go with the premium if you want to scale it up and have more visitor. So I'm going to buy the premium feature for this particular project for deploying. So click on this choose plan, and you will come back here. So you can create your account. I'll go to select Google for it, click here, and I have to pick my account which I'm going to use for creating. So I'll select this one and just move it in my cart section. So here I can able to find the details about the service which I have picked. It's a premium one, and by default it will be selected 48 month. But I want to show you as a demo purpose, so I will go with 1 month. But I would encourage you to pick either for 24, or you can go for 48 month. In that way, you will have the maximum discount. So I'll pick 1 month, and here it's going to cost me this. And I want to also get the domain, because currently to get a free domain, it's available in 12-month plan. So if you buy the 12-month plan, then you will get a free domain, but it's not available in 1 month. So I'm going to simply buy a domain right from here. So I'll say coders dash projects. So this is the domain name which I'm going to pick. And here you will find that what are the domain name is available. So you can pick from yours end. And I have to find the cheapest one is going to be this one. It's very cheap, and it's going to be valid for 1 year. So finally I have bought the domain. It's valid for 1 year, and I can select the extension I want to use if I want to pick anyone, but I'm okay with this, the store one. And this much money I have to pay, so I have to simply click on this continue, and here it's going to redirect me right up here. Finally I'm redirect here in the payment page. So let me quickly make the payment. So I'm buying two things, like first is the hosting premium and the domain, and you can see that I'm paying very minimum. It's just for 1 month I'm buying. So let me continue with the payment. So finally I've done with the payment. After completing payment, I'm redirect here. So you can simply select my business, and you can simply click on next, and it will ask you a couple of things, that how you want to create, like migrate a website, grant as a developer to do for me, or you can simply go to this instance. Here it will ask you to pick different providers, like you want to use hosting a website builder, or you can do anything. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here, and I'm going to open a new tab, because once you do that, you can simply come back here to Hostinger, or I can simply copy this one to get it to my account. So I'll simply paste here. So make sure come back to the Hostinger. We have done with account creation. Now I can simply log into my account straight away. And finally, you can see after creating my account, I have successfully logged in, and you can able to find the dashboard. Now I can easily able to see all the details. So if I come back to the domains, there you will find that my portfolio, I can able to see the domain which I have bought. So this is the one which I have bought, and I haven't done the setup. So to do that, I can simply click on this setup, and here it will ask me that how I want to do the setup. I can set the country, which is India. I can set it for personal, or I cannot set it for organization. So you can set it for anything. The setup is going to be exactly the same. So let's select for organization, click on next step. And here you have to fill out all the details about your domain. So it would be registered. So make sure to fill out the details properly. Now I can click on this finish registration, and here you will find that my domain is getting registered based on the detail which I have provided. So that's the first thing you have to do. Go back to your domain and do the proper registration. So you will have a valid domain available which you can use in your project. So here you can see it will complete soon. So the setup is completed. Now I can click on this continue and I will come back to my dashboard. And here you will find the details. If you go back to the domain, then you will find that the domain verification isn't pending because it's happening the verification now. Soon it will complete. Now, once we're done with that, now you can come back to the website and here you will find the list of websites. So click here, and right now we don't have any website yet. So we say start, continue setup, click here, and you will come back here and here you will ask you that how you want to provide and host the application. So we'll say empty HTML website. So click on this. And from here, you have to pick the domain, which one you want to use. So this is the domain which we have bought. So I'm going to select this one. I've selected that. Now I can click on this next and it's going to simply go to the next step. And from here, I can select the region of my location. So based on your audience where you are targeting, you have to pick. I will go with India, which is going to cover almost every single portion. So I'll simply select continue and here the project is initialized. So we are successfully creating the project. Let's wait. Once the project will create successfully, then we can easily able to perform the transaction. And here you will come back to your dashboard. From there you can able to control the entire website. Here you will find all the thing which you have in your control, like hosting plan. You can able to check the performance, you can able to check the analytics, security, email, domain, website files. That's all you will find here. Right now you can see we have selected this domain. That's what we have connected, and currently this domain is not activated. It will take up to 24 hours because just now we have created and bought the domain. And here you will find the details about the domain. So if you click here, and you will have the details about the domain, the activation, the verification is in the process, the email ID and the price. That's all you will find. If you come back to the DNS name server, from here you can able to configure any DNS which you want to configure, like you can child name DNS. That's all you will find. Domain ownership, that's all you can able to check. So come back here, I'll go back to the home, and here we will find all the projects. So I'll go back here, go back to the website list, and I can select the website I have, go back to my dashboard. So I'll come back to my dashboard. This is the hosting, this is the email. So if you want to set the email, you can do that. Now we have to upload our code. So our website is running smoothly. Now to upload the code, all we have to do is to simply click on this file manager, and it will open this particular model, and from here you have to upload our file. So we have to simply click here, go open this particular folder, and we can simply delete this one. It's not that important. Simply delete this one, and we have to upload the folder. So click here, and here we can simply upload a folder or upload a file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply close this one. I'm going to open my project which we have here. So this is the one we have, and this is the output folder we have generated. In that we have the complete source code of the project. So all we have to do is to simply select this one and drag and drop here and close this one. You can see the folder and files is got uploaded successfully. Here we have all of things. Every single thing is looking good. This is the 404 and this is the starting page of our application. If you open that, there you will find all the details. Perfect. So let me close this one. Now let me give a quickly reload, and here we have uploaded that. Now you will find that, come back to the packages and the file manager, and you will find the files we have uploaded successfully. It's reflecting here. Insert the public folder. Got it? So this is the one thing you have to do. Now come back to the dashboard, and I can simply come back here. I have to wait for at least 24 hours to get it activated. Once we'll activate, the website is live and you are easily able to interact and make the transaction. And here you can see that our application is live on internet. Now user can come to your website and they can start buying your token. For example, if I want to buy 100 token, I can click here, and all I have to do is to simply confirm the transaction. So here we have it. Click on this, click on the confirm, and the transaction will be completed and the user will buy. So every single thing is working absolutely fine. I hope you have understood that what exactly we're going to develop and what exactly you will get in the final source code. So that's the only thing I want to cover in this video. I hope you have understood every single feature we have included in the smart contract and how you have to do the setup of the project. If you have any question, any doubt, do let me know in the comment section. I'll try to help you on that. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.